Mula gang is going down not just in Chicago, but it's going down in Philadelphia. Now listen, as soon as I hear that, one question I got a pregunta. Everybody on this porch right now, you think I'm finna sit here and see? And he get up and he just let Switchy go. Look at him. He just hold that mother. He acting a whole fool right now. Do your homework on acting a whole fool.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Y'all thought that was the only one? No, it's more. Keep watching the video. Now, this is the day before, y'all. They saying that this is the reason why the last blackout happened. Y'all see that it was a whole fight. Blackout happened. They getting up out of that look.
You put niggas in the ditch. Who are them niggas dropping this? They hit too far, man. Welcome home, baby girl. We just put some more blocks. You got some more sticks.
So they was shooting a music video while they back. Cookout was yesterday. So y'all, see, this is what I be saying, bro. 3 injured when 27 shots fired at a large gathering in North Philly. This what I be saying. We finna get to the full video. If you in Philadelphia, Chicago, DC, Dallas, Houston, wherever you at, you in the hood, right? And it was a shootout at the cookout yesterday. Why would you come back the next day? You think it's not gonna be another blackout today? So all these people here, if you ask me, everybody who came to this gathering is delusional. Y'all delusional, or y'all might just want to go to the other side of life. I don't know. Because it's not 2 chances in hell or hot water, my nigga, that you will see me at a function like this, knowing I'm in the hood, knowing it's a bunch of street niggas over here, knowing they in the middle of a war, knowing they got ops. I'm finna sit out here and kick it, lollygag in a big ass crowd. I can't even run if I gotta run because it's 5,000 people. This is just dumb. So get this, my uncle accidentally became a millionaire because of a bird and some walnuts. Long story short, he driving home from work and a bird flies through his window and try to steal the walnuts that he was eating. Out of nowhere, a drunk driver in an 18-wheeler truck comes out of nowhere, smacks his car, totals it, and he ends up in a hospital for 42 days. Now this way it get better. He got a lawyer from Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury firm, and they handled all the paperwork, all the appointments, all the additional costs, and my uncle is now a millionaire living in Florida. So if you get seriously hurt, your case can be worth millions. Morgan & Morgan does not play around with lowball offers. They're the biggest for a reason. They've won a lot, and it only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case. They've won $12 million in Florida and $26 million in Philly just for crash victims. That's 30 to 40 times what the insurance offered. If you are in an accident or if you're injured in any way, you should know how to protect your rights. Don't overthink it. Take action to protect your rights, and Morgan & Morgan will fight to get you the compensation you deserve if you become their client. And here's the best part. It's 100% free unless you win some money. If you think you got a case, you're just a few clicks away from changing your entire life. You can start your claim now at www.forthepeople.com/Mac or by scanning the QR code on the screen from your phone's camera.
we'll later pay our respects to was a man in a wheelchair.
Oh,
a man who had
no.
already survived a brutal ambush in the same neighborhood nearly a decade ago. But out here, the streets don't forget. And sometimes, history has a cruel
That's
way
crazy.
of repeating itself. Now, I know most people waiting to look at this video to see what sparked it off. What set off this shooting, and it might be as simple as we think. Disrespect. I mean, minutes before the violence erupted, people in that neighborhood was heard dissing the name of David, a name that still holds weight in these streets. And in Philadelphia, especially in the summertime, when tensions run high and tempers boil over, one
Yeah.
wrong word can cost you everything.
Philadelphia, one of them cities too, where it's cold all year. So as soon as it gets summertime, it get active time. You feel what I'm saying, though?
So swift, gunshots filled the air, people scattered, and by the time the smoke cleared, lives were lost and families were shattered.
Who can't walk?
He said, fuck Brian up. His ass can't walk now. Dude ass can't walk.
They got shot at it. Use them legs.
Popping some more.
They love trolling. They love trolling like they don't have dead. That's what blow my mind. They love trolling like they don't have they don't have dead homies they self. Like they wasn't crying when they homies died.
Pop that shit.
We outside. We outside with everything on. Right here, right? We got all these drones on. This like big members right here. You hear me?
Yeah,
Right here.
big members.
Niggas know who we are, bro.
Big members. Big members. Big members. Who can't walk?
Them niggas noodles.
Look at all us though. We can use our legs. Yeah, look. We can use our shit. You feel me? We can use.
They
In this video,
posting
we
this.
diving deep
They
into
posting this while they still outside, while the ops know where they at.
what happened and what at this point is Philadelphia's deadliest 24 hours this summer. We'll break down the victims that have been identified thus far, the streets politics behind the violence, and why the situation serves as a chilling reminder of how fragile life is when you caught up in these unforgiving streets. Because what happened here ain't just another headline. It's a reflection of every city fighting battles on every corner. But before we go over this,
They
one,
not
I want you
fighting
guys to
battles, they just
remember,
killing
I
each
don't
other
give
over
you no
nothing.
angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, today we're going to South Philly. But we're going around the area of 7th Street,
South
sometimes
Philly, okay.
linked with 27th Street, also known as part of a group called SP Clappers, South Philly Clappers, made up of 7th Street Clappers, 27th Clappers, and 56th Street Clappers, aka Campers. According to public records, they known for violent street feuds, mostly with other cliques like the Cinders, YBC, the Young
okay.
Bag Chasers, which was the group affiliated with the late rapper YBC Duel, may he rest in peace, and other West Philly groups. Several members have reportedly died over the past few years, based on social media and Reddit discussions. Now, 27th Street been having beef for years. According to public records, they've been having beef with the Cinders since at least 2018, which happened to be the same year. A man affiliated with 27th Street was paralyzed after walking home from dinner. February 15, 2018, Azir was shot as he was walking home from dinner near his residence in South Philadelphia. He was 17 years old. His
That's
father,
crazy.
Troy, he worked as a Bon Appetit staff member at Penn State University. Troy told the local newspaper at the time his son was in intensive care, undergoing lung, throat, and back surgery.
Damn.
He also said that his
That's
son
crazy.
is likely to remain fully paralyzed below the waist for the rest of his life. And the high cost of medical bills only had added to the family's stress.
Right.
But Penn State students had started a GoFundMe and raised over $10,000 for the medical cost. That same year, the Cinders would go on social media and via raps that claimed they was the ones responsible. Fast forward to 2025, Harris now 24 years old, and on July 7, 2025, he had visited the 1500 block of South Eaton Street Sunday night for a cookout, where a few dozen young people were enjoying music, food, and drinks. Dozens of people had gathered on the block the night before for a memorial for 4 other young men who had been shot and killed in recent years. The crowds returned Sunday evening to continue
Like,
the
I don't understand, like, you know what I'm, if you live on the block and your mama just moved in that block or whatever, okay, well, that make a little bit sense. But I just don't understand, like, to me, it's a mental illness to keep coming back to a block where people consistently get killed at. That don't make no sense to me, gang. And once it clicked in my head, like, damn, somebody died here yesterday, last week, last year, last month. Why the fuck do I keep coming back over here? It's so many other places to go in the city, in the world. What the fuck do I keep coming back over here for? And once I stop coming back over, shit stopped happening, bro. It stopped happening. You feel me? Like
something they refer to as Club 27.
The cops is not playing that shit.
we just getting started in here. Look, we all out here. Come slide. You got kids out here. Like, who do you, nigga? You couldn't pay me to have my kids on the block. I'm sorry. You cannot pay me to have my kids on the block, bro. I'm cool. Like, I'm decent, gang. On phone now. We'll go goddamn to the suburbs. I don't know what's so hard about driving 30, 40 minutes outside of the city and go do whatever the hell you want to do, but you ain't in the hood. Niggas ain't sliding over here. I don't get it. They got Louis Vuitton. They got babies out there. They playing songs talking about killers and ops and this and that.
Green brung Ronnie out. Club 270. Yeah, Ronnie. Oh, yeah, Ronnie. Yeah. Yachty's scared. Yachty's scared, Ronnie.
They outside, they say part 2 tonight. Fuck with us. Yo, what they need to know, BZ?
Listen, if y'all ain't believe me yesterday, everybody out here today.
Listen, and if y'all come out here, and I told y'all earlier, shit put down.
How you know that, bro? How do you know that? I told y'all, street niggas is delusional, bro. If you come over here tweaking, you gonna get put down. How you know? You just some type of goddamn, that's a Raven fortune teller? You just see the future. How you know he not gonna walk up on you and you ain't gonna see him? How you know he ain't gonna blick from down the street and get up out of there real quick? How you know he not gonna come through the alley? How you know he not gonna come over the roof and just stand over y'all, pop, 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 and then just dip back? Y'all ain't none of y'all can do. You don't know that, bro. You don't know what's gonna happen. That shit sound good.
Like, this shit is crazy. This just on the regular.
A few moments later.
Now, them gunshots
Come on,
you just
bro.
heard, that was from a Ring doorbell footage on someone's door. I can't play this video due to YouTube guidelines, but I'll leave the link in the bio for you guys to check it out. But shortly before 1 a.m., police said gunfire had erupted and more than 100 bullets
This not
were
beer,
fired
by the
down
way.
on
This cream
crowded
soda.
block.
Do your homework.
Harris, he was seated in his wheelchair and was struck multiple times in the back. Police said he was rushed to a nearby hospital.
So he was already in a wheelchair. He came back to the same hood that put him in a wheelchair and got hit in the back again? Come on, man.
But died shortly
That's
after 2:15.
and he passed
a.m.
away.
He
That's
rest in
crazy.
peace. A love of condolences to his family. Now, a girl tried her best to pick him up and save his life, but he was
Yeah,
too
she
heavy.
tried, but
The
he was
bullets
heavy.
started flying. I give my hat off to her.
For sure. She tried.
3 Command Montrose is clear.
3 Command Occasion. Car 517, we're getting 1500
Damn.
27.
Bullets flying right here. She tried, though.
Multiple shots heard.
Ain't nobody else tried none. No cap.
Hey, yes, responded at extreme, use extreme. Use caution. We're still getting calls for person with a con 27 in Dickinson, 28 in Dickinson, 1517 Edding.
Okay, we got this one. That's confirmed. We have one person house. Show the door.
1732. Here, got a female shot. Transporting the president.
The investigation into a deadly mass news.
Now, the 3 victims was identified as Za, affiliate himself allegedly with the Clappers. May he rest in peace. And love and condolences to his family. A young man identified as White Boy from TPG. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family. And of course, Azir, allegedly affiliate himself with Poundside. And somebody from 27 went to social media and said the following: "That's so dishonorable. We don't move like that in our war. So for somebody to come shoot the block up while everybody enjoying themselves and don't have nothing to do with what we got going on is crazy work." But
I guess you could say that, bro. But it's like, again, we at a war. You can't expect the opponents of war to abide by the same rules that you are abiding by. I'm not saying I disagree with you. I think it's weak as hell to blick up a whole crowd of people. It's females, kids, old people, all that. But who passed away, bro? He said 3 people who all was associated with some gang. The Senders, PFG, whatever the hell he said, and somebody else, Pound Side or something. That sound like a bunch of, you feel me? Bunch of blocks. So it's like, all my ops is right here. Some people not going to care about who they might hit in the meantime, bro. Some people don't care. And some people would say that y'all irresponsible and y'all on some goofy shit for even letting them females and them kids and them babies and them old people and them, for even letting these innocent ass people come to the, you bogus for even being on the block with these people knowing that you in the middle of a war. No, and then you playing loud ass drill music, talking about killers and this and that ops. You all on the Instagram, all on the song, all on the everything. You just doing it all, putting a big ass target. If y'all come over here playing, we gonna put you down. You basically inviting them. You like, yeah, nigga, come try it. You antagonizing your ops, bro. That don't make sense. And you know all these innocent people with you. That's bogus as hell. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro.
See how MFs want to play. But as of now, it seemed no one lost their life who allegedly wasn't in the street.
Right.
But it was a young girl who's now fighting for her life in critical condition. And her sister with the social media to speak up on her behalf. Y'all need to shut that Club 27 shit down. A block full of kids. Y'all don't give a fuck about nobody, just young and dumb. Trigger happy. So many injured.
Young,
people
dumb, and
lost their
trigger
lives over some shit that could have been prevented. My fucking baby sister in a hospital bed behind this shit. Man, y'all, respectfully, if you don't know the story, shut the fuck up. My best advice is get out the streets. But if you in it, don't put the ones you love the most on innocent bystanders, especially kids, at risk while you still dissing and dead at a party, at a block party. You putting everybody at risk. And even though the 3 people who lost their life, may they rest in peace, were allegedly in the streets, over a dozen others was shot, and many more lives was affected. And just like that, another chapter of blood being spoiled in Philly streets that seek retaliation. Names getting mentioned, shots getting fired, and families getting left to mourn. Over the weekend, Philly had 6 dead and 35 hurt in 15 shootings over the 4th of July weekend. And that's a reminder that in these neighborhoods, one word can end a life, and old beefs never die. They just wait to catch you slipping. As we head out of here, we do want to say rest in peace.
But yeah, like I said though, twin, like, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. You at a block party dissing the dead. You ain't, like, damn, what happened to the block parties with Return of the Mac? Return of, you feel cha-cha slide or something? Do the electric slide or something? Fuck. Cupid shuffle? What happened to all that, bro? Y'all let block parties diss the dead. I'm talking about who you killing and all that. Why do y'all want to do this so bad? I don't fucking stand, man. I just don't get it. Why do y'all want to do, like, you couldn't pay me to go over there. You couldn't pay me $1 million to stand right there in the middle of that goddamn block, boy. I ain't, oh shit, for $1 million, I might think about it. But that's besides the point. You couldn't, like, nigga, I wish a motherfucker would invite me. Yeah, we over here on the block party, pull up. No. Fuck wrong with you? I'm not going over there. I don't know you. I don't know you. So, and even if I do know 2 or 3 people, I can know 5 or 6 people. It's 300 motherfuckers over here. I don't know who gonna backdoor you, who gonna try to backdoor you. I don't know who you was into it with. I don't know who you killed. I don't know who you dissed. So why the fuck would I want to come in the block and stand in the middle of this shit like a sitting duck, a big ass sitting target on the block? Y'all don't even have enough sense to have the goddamn party and not drop the location. Y'all don't even have enough sense to do that. Y'all don't even have enough sense to put some security or some police on both sides of the block so can't nobody sneak up on y'all. Y'all ain't even smart enough to do that. Y'all just outside doing shit. Just dumb as hell, bro. I don't understand. Again, I'm going to use the same analogy I used before. If I'm standing on a corner, if I'm standing on the end of a bridge and I'm finna jump off the bridge and into the ocean, if it's 1,000 people right here, and I sit here and watch all 1,000 people jump off the bridge and into the ocean, right? 1 all the way up to 999. I'm the last person. If 999 people died jumping off of the bridge, what the fuck do I look like being the 1,000th person to jump off the bridge? That just don't make sense to me. So if I know that these block parties, these 4th of July parties, these hood parties, if I know that 99 out of 1,000, 999 times out of 1,000, these motherfuckers is gonna get shot up and somebody gonna die. Why would I come to the next one? It's simple fucking logic to me. Fuck.